Alright, so let's talk about scratchy sound, no? Paano to ba tanggalin yung scratchy sound? And okay lang ba na may scratchy sound? Okay. So, a lot of beginners, especially yun yung mga nagsiself-study, try to avoid a scratchy sound. Which is actually a good idea, di ba? Ayaw naman talaga natin ng super scratchy na sound. But by avoiding it entirely, nawawalan tayo ng element of yung sound mismo, no? Because the violin works through friction, no? So kung di nyo alam kung paano nangyayari, no? Kung paano tumutunog yung violin natin, yung hairs ng bow touches the strings, and as you draw the bow, yung friction na yon yung nagbibigay ng sound sa atin. So, yung iba, dahil natatakot sila na mag-scratch na ganun yung violin, ang ginagawa na lang nila, ginagaanan na lang nila, and then dinadaan nila sa ibang way. Like for example, yung iba hinahabaan or binibilisan na lang yung stroke, which is also viable. Pero if you want to be able to play with the adequate sound, yung talagang lalabas yung tunog ng instrument mo, you need to understand how to play and use the scratch or the scratchiness to your advantage, okay? So sabi nga natin, yung scratchy, yung friction na nagpapatakbo or nagpapagana sa bow natin, importante siya. So may tinatawag tayong bite, no? So kailangan hindi pwedeng nasa ibabaw lang yung bow natin. Hindi pwedeng hindi siya kumapit sa strings, no? Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng exact point of contact kung saan dumidikit yung hair ng bow sa strings, no? So we usually practice that bite, no? Yung kapit niya na yan. Now, kapag kumapit na siya, mahirap na siyang galawin, that's a signal or a part of your checklist para masabi natin na ready na yung ating violin to play. So once you draw that bow, kapag maganda yung kapit niya, narinig nyo yung initial na yun, actually sa malayo, hindi naman na siya masyadong rinig. But that indicates or that gives us the signal na kumapit na sa string yung ating bow. Kaya gumaganda yung tunog. Kasi enough force lang yung binibigay natin, and then that creates the friction that we need, diba? So it's the same thing pag diba? Let's say lighting a match, diba? Kinikiskis natin yun sa gilid ng box, no? Kapag kiniskis natin siya ng kiniskis, kahit gaano kabilis, pero hindi talaga dumidikit yung ibabaw ng posporo, diba? Hindi siya magsa-spark. You won't create fire, basically, no? Ganun din dito. If andun lang tayo sa ibabaw, we won't be able to create a good sound, diba? And kapag sinimulan natin siya ng hindi kumakapit, tapos tsaka natin ididiin, yun yung tendency na mangyari. So magsa-scratch talaga siya. Kailangan matansya muna natin itong bagsak natin. See? I'm not doing anything different. Same pa rin yung speed ng stroke, but it becomes louder kasi nandun tayo. That's why we don't put it on top of the string. We put it on the string. Ano ba yun? Kailangan nandun ka. Almost, you wanna feel like you're putting it through. Ganun yung feeling niya. No? Hindi sitting on top. It's not sitting on top. This is sitting on top. This is putting it through. So parang ganun yung dapat na gawin. Now, hindi mo siya magagawa kung ikaw lang mag-isa kasi walang mag-guide sa'yo, diba? But basically, all you have to understand is we're not actually putting direct pressure pababa. Okay? So that's why when I teach my students how to do it, I let them roll. No? Sabi ko, I let them go around the world. So paikot, and then para yung pressure or yung force ng pababa, akala natin pababa, dahil nga nakikita natin binabagsak lang, hindi talaga siya pababa. It's to the direction you're about to draw the bow, which is dito sa direction na to. So it's not directly ganyan. Kasi kung ibabagsak lang natin siya and then we draw the bow, yun yung lalabas na tunog. Diba? Ang pangit, diba? It's very, very scratchy. You have to control and understand how the bowing or how your bow works with the strings. Yun yung kailangan mo maintindihan. Kasi pag binagsak mo lang yan, tapos diniin mo, as in yung diin na ganyan, yun yung lalabas na tunog. No? So it's gonna be super scratchy. So again, ikot, bagsak, and then mararamdaman mo yun. Pag kumapit na siya, you can produce the biggest sound na kaya mo ma-produce. Kasi kapag natakot tayo sa scratchiness, kapag natakot tayo sa kaskas, hindi natin ito magagawa. Kasi kasama yun. It's part of playing. No? Akala ng iba, smooth na smooth. Yes, tama naman na dapat smooth. Pero yung smoothness na yan comes from understanding how it works properly. Yeah? Pag hindi natin naiintindihan paano siya gumagana, hindi natin yan magagawa ng tama. We'll be left with this sound lang. Yung sound na very hollow, very airy. No? Walang, tawag na iba, walang laman. Diba? It's like you're listening from isang malaking bola na walang laman. No? Or something very hollow. Parang ping pong ball. No? Ganun. Kailangan may substance yung low. And you can only get that if you use your bow properly. Kahit anong position, basta tama, 'di ba? Kahit dito natin kunin. Basta tumama yung kapit nito at tama yung movement mo dito, lalabas yung tunog na hinahanap mo. Okay? So comment down below kung ano pang technique yung gusto nyong pag-aralan natin, and hopefully I can help you out with your journey, especially if you're starting out, no, na nagsi-self-study ka. Of course, it's best to get a teacher. Pero kung wala, I hope this series helps you out, and good luck.